is my mom. So I never hear from anyone else. Not even my dad, no one else in my family. No one calls me Alexander. It's always Zan.
Okay, enough about your mom. We got a commentator, man. I'm kidding, dude. Your
I
mom
love my
sounds great.
mom,
I'm sorry. Your mom sounds great too, man.
My mom's not as important as this match.
Oh, I see what you did there.
P-Wing.
I see what you did there. That was the double fake out transition. That new tech. That's the real 20XX
I've been
future
working on it. I told
that
you.
new transition tech.
I told you. I've been working.
Ooh. Are you
P-Wing
excited?
Playing Charizard. I'm excited for more characters from P-Wing because he plays Sheik. He plays his main's villager, but he plays. Well, I'm seeing a lot of characters, so I'm really excited to see his Charizard and possibly what else will bring out.
Oh, I mean, we've seen other people use Charizard against Denti Sheik, and it's worked out pretty nicely. Gibbous in particular, able to
take multiple.
Yeah, not only a game, but actually I think a set perhaps.
Yeah,
with
he 2-0'd Denti in a set.
Yeah, it was. He started with the Lucario, and then I think he switched to Charizard right afterwards.
Yeah,
something like that. But either way, I haven't seen P-Wing's Charizard before. I'm excited.
I am excited because P-Wing's an incredibly solid player.
Yeah.
And I was actually playing some sets with him earlier, and what I realized is that he takes a lot of approaches that you wouldn't expect a player of his caliber to throw out, and you're like, I can't believe I just got hit by this. But then you get hit by it again, and it was like, okay, he's doing something that I'm not expecting correctly. Because, like, you know, you think if you're playing like a top-level player, they're going to be a lot safer with their approaches. They're not going to throw out certain options. But P-Wing's the kind of player who's not afraid to throw out those predictable options and possibly trip you up while you're thinking 2 steps ahead to a different option that's more commonly used among, you know, safer players.
It reminds me of a quote from Sherlock Holmes. It's I don't even remember. It's something about when you've ruled out everything but the impossible must be true. Something like that.
Okay, that sounds. I haven't heard the quote myself, but that does sound like a quote.
That sounds like a quote.
That sounds like a quote.
That sounds like a quote
from Sherlock Holmes.
Ooh, and I guess we're not going to be seeing the Charizard at all, so we hyped that up for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
He was tricking me out earlier too with that exact same thing, never choosing his character to the last minute, kind of switching between like 4 different characters and then going to his actual character, which he always starts with Sheik.
You hit him with a double blind.
Yep.
It's the easiest thing to do, double blind. But enough is enough. We're finally kicking off winners finals here at Shockwave.
Get excited.
Denti versus P-Wing.
And like even like crazier to know, we have a Sheik Ditto in winners finals.
I mean, what's so crazy about that, man?
Well, there hasn't been one like at Shockwave in I want to say a really long time. I mean, it's not that uncommon like in the Smash scene in general, but for Shockwave, we haven't had a Sheik Ditto in an incredibly long time, possibly 20 Shockwaves.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. Our top players, they actually don't all play Sheik. Denti, I believe, being the only one who does really rep Sheik.
Yes.
Jacko, of course, repping that ZSS and Luigi. Aerolink used to rep that Palutena at Diddy Kong as well. Now seems like he's switching over to Rosalina. So, of course, you know, it is very uncommon, I suppose, now that I think about it, that we do see it.
Yeah, but as we're talking, Denti Sheik immediately coming out here, repping the Dark Aerolink tag, getting 104% in less than a minute on P-Wing.
That's huge. That is huge. Definitely going to be looking for some of these grabs in neutral, understanding that if he gets one of those, he has that 50-50. Is he going to go for the up air? Is he going for the vanish? A lot for P-Wing.
Slowly bringing this, you know, closer in percents at least. Getting Denti up to 78% of the 100.
Oh, the up smash reads. We saw this from P-Wing in the matchup against Aerolink.
Yes.
He put in that well-placed up smash. He doesn't do it often, but when he decides to go for it, it hits every single time.
Yes, it's exciting to see how a matchup that was looking incredibly in Denti's favor at the beginning was completely turned around from just a really solid read with that up smash.
Oh, but this is Denti's time to shine. Gets that final hit, but it's not enough to take out that stock from P-Wing.
That was great. Yeah, himself away from up there. That's not going to be enough that time. He gets hit right on the sweet spot, taking out that stock at 147%.
Yeah, P-Wing also didn't do the best job of that with that lead. Only really netted 19%.
Yeah.
That's going to be super easy for Denti to make up. And he does so just there with that grab into that bouncing fish. Here we go. Very footsie heavy, of course. Both players really trying to feel each other out. Using a lot of safe options, but that grab is definitely going to get punished. Nice perfect shield, but no follow-up afterwards. A little bit tricky to punish that.
All right, we have the forward air string.
Oh, that's amazing!
Gosh, the forward air string on the platform, realizing how close he was to the blast zone. Forward throw, still viable at those percents, into the bouncing fish, taking him off the side. That was beautiful by Denti.
I hit him with the Aziz. That's amazing! That's amazing! That's amazing!
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
That was so clutch.
That was.
Man,
that was.
I loved it because that's the nature of watching P-Wing against top players. Is you'll see one clutch play and then another clutch play afterwards and then another clutch play afterwards. It's amazing.
Yes.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. But
was that P-Wing that took that, or was it
no,
Denti?
that was Denti. Denti
Okay,
took that.
okay, I thought so. Okay.
But here's the question, right? Are we sticking with Sheik? Or are we going with somebody else?
It's looking like he's staying with Sheik. I guess he's waiting for the stage pick possibly to switch,
Nope.
or not, right into Dreamland.
And keep in mind that even though this is winners finals, because of the size of our scene, this is 2 out of 3, which means that Denti right now, 1 game away from going to grand finals after netting that win last game against P-Wing.
And he definitely wants it. Coming out immediately, gaining a 47% less than 15 seconds on the clock have passed.
Big, and look at him continuing to extend this lead, barely whiffing on the bouncing fish, but still such an incredible start for Denti. Now, P-Wing, to be fair, was in a pretty similar predicament in the first game, and he was able to bring it back with a really nice up smash read, but the problem is that I feel like that card is now off the table. Denti's going to be expecting it, and so now P-Wing has to somehow figure out a new way to close the gap, to make it so that this game is right back in his favor.
Yes. Denti's definitely going to be wary of, getting above P-Wing, watching out for that up smash. So, like you said, I wonder what P-Wing's going to do to bring this back and take off this stock from Denti.
He's going to need some pretty big combos. Denti, obviously, right now, at this high of a percentage, is going to be looking for those grabs. So it's going to be on P-Wing to space himself properly in a way where Denti will whiff the grabs and then get some really nice punishes to even up the percents.
Denti being patient, waiting, seeing that P-Wing's opting to roll a lot, and watch. Gosh, great back here, catching the roll.
Oh, there's been some whiff grabs, but P-Wing failing to capitalize, and it's really costing him. Oh, but he gets the back air. He gets the stage spike, and he gets the stock.
Gosh.
That's insane. I cannot believe that he got away with it.
We were wondering how he was going to do it. He did it. And one of the most unorthodox methods I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. It worked out really nicely for him, but Denti returning the favor. That back air, not going to be enough. Nearly netted that stage spike.
So now we're looking at, oh my, great stuff.
What do we talk about those committal mix-ups? Even if it's a committal option, if your opponent is not expecting it, you can still utilize it as a mix-up. And Denti popping in that vanish when P-Wing was least expecting it, evening up the stocks, but still having to climb over this percent deficit. And he's doing so pretty nicely. Nice set of fairs, getting the grab into the bouncing fish. 20%. That's what's separating these two players.
Great up smash.
Yeah,
definitely a different option. Doing the mix-ups there, because that wasn't, we were expecting like a forward tilt or possibly another forward air, but drops down for the up smash, gets the sour spot, but definitely great to rack up that damage.
I mean, even still, that horizontal hitbox.
Yes.
It gave him a bit of stage control, stage presence, forcing Denti towards the corner.
Yes.
Denti getting the grab, whiffing the fair, but gets the second one. Has some time. He's going to charge those needles. He needs that knockback. He knows that if he can connect the needles in the air, he can potentially set up, but he doesn't even need
air
it!
dodge read. Great stuff. Denti brought that back. You were at an even game, 80 to 85, practically even, and then he throws it off. One great read. 2 great vanish reads from Denti in that game. Is going to help him take the set.
Explosive finish.
Yes.
Explosive finish.
Pun intended?